Hey everybody, it's your good guy here, PrinceOnyx, and I just wanted to stop by and give y'all another video as promised. Now, yes, I was making a video where I was talking about how we live in a sensitive ass day and age, but I ended up saying some shit that I really I could not edit out, and so I was like, fuck it, this video is never going up, it's never going to see the light of day, so I deleted it. Anyway, so this video is basically about how the actor, damn, I'll be forgetting people's names. Anyway, the actor Oscar Isaac, see, how the fuck, you know what, listen, a person who has two first names, I mean, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Just like a person who has a first name and their last name is an adjective, I mean, what you gonna do? So anyway, like I was saying, Oscar Isaac was talking about how a lot of people may not be too happy with the way the apocalypse is being portrayed. Now, as I mentioned in my video prior to this one about how a lot of people were in their fucking feelings because of a picture that showed Apocalypse looking purple, but in the trailer we see that he is somewhat similar to how he looks in the comic books. Even though Apocalypse in the comic books has gray skin and again his armor is blue, the film has him like having, I think he has gray skin, or I think he has blue skin, but again, it's due to the lighting and the way that they, frame certain stuff. He comes off looking blue. Again, it's like if people would just, stop being so quick to get in their fucking feelings, they would really, and start analyzing stuff, then maybe we would be in a better, calmer society. But that's, another conversation for another motherfucking day. But anyway, like I was saying, so let's go ahead and get into the article. So, Oscar Isaac was pointing out how many different versions of Apocalypse there are, which is true, and he admitted to Black Film that X-Men Apocalypse's version of the antagonist may not be someone that everyone is keen on, though he's satisfied with how the character turned out. Now, the quote is from Isaac. He said that when someone says apocalypse without referring a comic book, it's a very general question. They may want to state which is their apocalypse first. He's definitely not going to be everyone's favorite version of Apocalypse, but he's my favorite version of Apocalypse. So he then went on to say that the director Bryan Singer and producer Simon Kinberg's version of Apocalypse took inspiration from many sources and used the one they found most interesting. Like other big comic book heroes and villains, it's safe to say that Apocalypse has a decently sized fan base. If fans didn't read him in comic storylines like Age of Apocalypse or X Factor, then they were familiar with him from shows like X-Men the animated series or the video games X-Men Legends 2: Rise of Apocalypse, which I have. So anyway, superhero movies usually like to mix and match elements from different areas of a property's history rather than directly adapt a story or character. I'm going to just put a pause in that for a minute. See, it's like I don't mind when people do that. It's just when you take the shit too far to the point where you fuck up a storyline to where it's like, okay, what the fuck is this shit? Like, that's my only thing. Like, it's okay to do it, but if you gonna do it, don't do it to the point where it's a fucking overload and you just, because you got these big ass budgets, you just like, oh well, I'm a boss, I can do boss things. Not everybody is a boss and not everybody can do boss things. Remember, at the end of the day, the money that is for the budget for the film is not your money, nigga. That is the studio's money. There's a fucking difference. Anyway, just had to share that with y'all. So, like I was saying, back on track. So, superhero movies usually like to mix and match elements from different areas of a property's history rather than directly adapt a story or character. So to hear that this apocalypse won't be based on one specific version isn't terribly surprising. If fans are lucky, Oscar Isaac's Apocalypse will be great to watch on the big screen. And for those who don't like him, they can always take comfort knowing their ideal version can still be read/watched. While it's still unclear whether the alien aspects of his origins are being kept intact for X-Men Apocalypse, for the most part, it appears that the cinematic Apocalypse is staying relatively faithful to the majority of his other media counterparts. Believed to be the world's first mutant, which is true. He was considered a god in ancient Egypt, which is also true. After slumbering for thousands of years, he'll awake and attempt to build a new world order with the help of his four horsemen, which is true. He's done that many times in all of his appearances. Judging by that brief scene in the trailer of him growing large, it appears his molecule manipulation powers are still intact, which is also true. though he's also been given the ability to control the minds of other mutants, which is also another thing true, because he pretty much, he doesn't have every mutant power. He doesn't have every mutant power. He has the mutant powers that, in the wrong hands, could really do some damage. And telepathy / telekinesis, and I think something else that has to do with mind control is one of them. So, Apocalypse will throw 1980s society into chaos when X-Men Apocalypse hits theaters on May 27, 2016. So, pretty much, I feel that I will be, pleased with how it comes off. I just, again, it's like, for the people who are going to be sensitive and in their damn feelings, we don't care about them. We don't worry about them. It is what it is. Like, fuck them. So anyway, like I was saying, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for X-Men Apocalypse? If not, let's have a conversation about that. And if you are, shouts out to you, and let's still have a conversation about that in the description box, and I will see you all later. Remember, if it sounds like I'm talking really loud, it's because the fan is on and the fan can overcrowd my voice, because my voice is somewhat small, but you know what? Hey, it fits my personality. So, well, it fits part of my personality. So, yes, I will see you all later. See you all later. Peace.